Hello, hello. We're back at it again with the white vans. It was a good ass fucking upper body day. Like, no complaints. Pretty damn good upper body day. Like, I'm probably gonna feel fairly sore tomorrow. Hopefully not the day after. So, yeah, we'll see. But that's kind of the point. Is I want to train as hard as possible, as much as possible. I don't give a fuck what anyone says, what scientifically is helpful. It's what you can accomplish yourself. Yes, science is amazing. It helps you standardize things. But you gotta go with what you feel like is the best option for you. Yes, stretch-mediated hypertrophy has been shown in some studies to help with growth in new lifters and a little bit in more intermediate lifters. But that doesn't matter as long as you're having fun in the gym. That's all that fucking matters at this point. Because that's what's going to keep you in the gym. That's what's going to keep you coming back. And that's what's going to get you big as fuck, is being happy and being excited to go to the gym and train. Because let's say I have a logbook of everything I fucking do every time. And I just keep logging down what my reps and sets, how hard I think I did, what my intensity was. Like, my intensity was a 1 out of 10 that day, or my intensity was a 9 out of 10 that day, or 10 out of 10 fucking absolutely pushing myself. Yeah, it's amazing. If that's what excites you, if you love tracking all of that every time, I am gonna tell you, good on you, keep doing it. That is not my thing right now. I am too much of meathead right now to be like, nah, meathead, big lift, big weight. Does that mean I'm going to get less out of the gym session? I don't believe so. But then again, does it really matter? The more consistent I am, and the more consistent you are, the more likely you are to see a ton of results. So, do as you please. Be excited to be in the gym. Be excited to be there. Like, you don't want to walk into some place uncomfortable as fuck all the time, or stressed out all the time, because you're going to hate it there. Like, you're just going to hate being there, and it's going to sour your day. And usually what happens is the gym is either the last thing you do before you go to bed, or the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning. So either or, you don't want to go to bed sour. Like, you don't want to go to bed fucking annoyed. You also don't want the rest of your day to be kind of meh because your gym session or whatever. So the biggest thing I can tell anybody going into the gym this year, or any year, or like anything like that, is make it exciting. Because that's what's kept me in the gym for so fucking long. Like, that's what kept me consistent, is I'm excited to be there. Even though some days I'm not wanting to be there sometimes. But it's the routine that makes it easier. Because after a gym session, even though I didn't want to really be there, after that gym session, I was so glad that I went to the gym. So happy that I went to the gym. Because why wouldn't I be happy? Because I just hit a good ass lift. Or I didn't even do my same amount of weights or same amount of reps or something like that. But just moving my body around made me happy. Because why not? Like, doing something I'm excited to do every day at the end of the day helps me wake up in the morning. Because I don't want to do it. Nobody likes waking up early to go do a job. I don't like it sometimes. Most of the time, genuinely. Most of the time, actually. But it's just how it be. Gotta make money, so you gotta do it. But what I'm saying is, don't make the gym a chore. This is what I'm trying to say. Is don't turn the gym into something you have to absolutely be on top of all the time because you want the best results. In due time, you will have amazing results in due time. Because the gym is not, oh, I went one day and now I look amazing. I have the best body. I look like fucking Phil Heath. I look like Ronnie Coleman. I look like Lee Priest. I look like whatever. Whoever you're thinking of. Like, no, it takes time. It takes years. Well, it takes months, years, and months and years and all that to get to where you want to be. And it starts off with just the first step. Walking into the gym. And that's okay. Like, I know that's difficult for some people. Like, I have a friend. If I could convince him to go to the gym, I would. But that friend does not like the gym. I could not convince that dude to go anywhere as hard as I try. And that's okay. I just try and convince him to do more active things. It works sometimes, and it works not great other times. But that's okay. As long as he's staying active, as long as he's staying healthy, that's all that matters. Because as long as you're moving your body, that's all I care about. You don't have to be the most ripped guy out there. You do not have to be that. Like, I fucking despise the red pills and all that shit about, like, oh, you gotta be lean as shit all the time. No fat people, no nothing. Hey man, some people are trying, some people aren't. A great show to watch to see the highs and lows of people is 600 Pound Life. The reason I'm telling you this is because I've watched fucking episodes of that shit. Like, fucking episodes. And there are some stars on those episodes where you are rooting with all your heart for them to do it, because it's just the type of person they are. And there are other episodes that are like, I understand how you got there. I understand how you got to this point. And you also refuse to change. Those people are beyond help. I'm sorry. But those people are beyond help. Because if you are really not wanting to help yourself, no one can help you. Nobody can. Because you will fight tooth and nail to stick in your comfort zone. Because it's what you know. That's what you've always known. That's okay. Because if you're willing to change, you're willing to do something like this, That's the step. The step is always the hardest part. Getting on the bandwagon is the hardest part. Getting off is so easy. You just jump. Or you step off. It's that easy to get off track. It's that easy. But as soon as you're on the bandwagon, as soon as you're on the track, you kind of just want to stay on it. Because why not? You drove yourself so hard to get here. Why wouldn't you want to continue? That's most people's thought process. And it's an amazing thought. But not everybody has that thought all the time. Most people will think, well, it's hard. And if it's hard, I can't do it. No. Most human beings have the ability to always be able to do the difficult things if they put their minds to it. It's the indomitable human spirit. We have done amazing things. Like the little device I have on my shirt right now that records my voice is insanely incredible to me, because it talks Bluetooth to a transmitter and picks up the vibrations that I am creating through my mouth that are creating words, picking them up, transmitting them to the transmitter, turning them into ones and zeros, and then those ones and zeros are getting turned into audio waves for you to be able to hear me. You know how crazy that sounds to anybody who doesn't understand this process at all? I barely understand. I have a wet noodle grasp on that shit. Not a very firm grasp, I'm gonna tell you that right now, but a very little one. And it amazes me because that little understanding amazes the shit out of me. And the more understanding I get on shit like this, the crazier it gets to me. Because I can tell you something that's amazing to me. Because this is part of my job. I do this for a living. I weld for a living. So, why it's so crazy to me is because welding started out in, I think, the 1940s. That is when welding started. Because it was around World War II. And we only had stick welding. Stick welding is a metal rod covered in something called flux that is pretty much just potassium, nitrogen, and I forget what else. But it is something to keep your metal from rusting immediately because it's hot. This is new age welding. You know what's crazier to me is we found out how to forge weld before we even thought about this. We thought hot metal, bang it real fucking hard and it'll fuse together. And it worked. So do not tell me you can't do anything, because if we could look at a problem and go, well, this metal's weak because it's soft and this metal's hard, why not fuse them together, weld them together through heat and pressure, and then we'll get both properties. That is a samurai sword. The tang of a samurai sword is soft, so it's very pliable, and the edge of a samurai sword is hardened. So we figured out how to harden just the edge of a weapon and keep the backbone of it soft so it can flex when hitting shit. That's crazy to me. And there are so many different types of weapons that have that same concept, which is crazy. It's amazing. And yet, a lot of people do not believe they could do this, which is going to the gym and absolutely changing their life for the better, because it's too damn hard. Your forefathers and your ancestors did amazing things. That means your bloodline, no matter what, who you are, can do amazing things. It runs in your blood because you are a human. The human species has been able to do incredible things. And yet, some people don't believe they can do it. And I'm going to tell you right now, you can and you will. It's always in the mindset. Have that mindset no matter what. I can do this because that's just who I am. Amazing mindset. Have a good day. Have a good night. See you later.
Rolling down the boulevard, sun hitting my shades. Oh, yeah. Riding low and slow, this vibe never fades. What's up? Palm trees dancing in the hazy sunlight glow. West Coast rhythm, let the good times flow. Cruising, grooving, feel that funky breeze. Talk about singing, setting spirits at ease. From the hills to the shore, ain't no second guessing. In these Cali streets, we count every blessing. They're catching the groove. That's right. Chrome rims spinning, reflections of dreams on these West Coast streets. Nothing's what it seems. Hey, hey, let me see your hands up high. Hands up. We vibing now till the moon hits the sky. Ooh, yeah. Talk box wailing like a voice from the stars. This coast culture lives in our hearts. No scars.